Today, I have received an official certification that the deeds of our old land here in Vilcabamba, Ecuador, in San Joaquin, has been safely transferred into the hands of the Ecuadorian government to where they are going to protect it for us until all legal matters are resolved. The previous owners no longer own this property, and there is nothing more they can do. I am 100% certain that it's just a matter of time until all the paperwork's resolved and the deeds are right back in our name. As you will see in this set of videos, in order to do this, I headed a drug raid where the Quito police equipped me in a bulletproof vest and helmet so I could direct them throughout the land. Furthermore, in these videos, you are going to see jaw-dropping actual physical signs from God. Why did I wait all these years in order to attempt to get my land back? As many of you know, I was bedridden for many years on end, and the person who swindled me out of my land consciously worshiped the devil and had great spiritual power because of it. We'll call him the Black Magician. Many years ago, I threatened to sue him in order to get my land back, and he took his full spiritual powers and targeted me and all of my physical weaknesses as if he had a voodoo doll of me. Now, keep in mind, I was on the brink of death here, and it felt literally like being electrocuted 24 hours a day, and I would have literally not survived if I would have continued on. Therefore, I wrote him an email saying, you know what, I don't want to deal with this. I'm not going to sue you. Don't worry about it. And then as soon as he got that email, moments later, all of this spiritual mayhem ceased. And it was almost like such peace that I've never experienced. The contrast of just craziness to peace was just so incredible. And he was literally attacking me nonstop. It was almost like being choked spiritually. And as many of you know, I had ulcerative colitis. It was almost like I was just being choked around the colon, and it was just killing me. And I wouldn't have survived without doing this. This allowed me to continue on with my healing journey as I adjusted and learned how to thrive with this disease that I have. And now I'm doing incredibly well. So many people would continually ask me, like even Angela, like, are you going to try to get the land back? And like, what am I going to explain to them? That if I sue, that I'm going to be electrocuted spiritually by some black magician that would potentially kill me while I was sick. I was just so thrilled to get my health back, and God blessed me with my business to be doing well again, to where I could put a roof over my family's head, feed them, and even move back here to Vilcabamba, Ecuador. There was no need for me to get the land back. I was completely blessed and happy. Furthermore, this black magician paid off lawyers, judges, the police, and other officials in order to get his way. So it would be virtually impossible for us to have succeeded any other time besides now. Even though it seemed impossible to my mind, I had a feeling that one day God would make the impossible happen and gift us our land back. And here we are. If you guys would like to see the complete mind-blowing story of how we are getting our land back, just continue watching these videos and you will be mind-blown. You will see actual signs from God later in these videos if you watch all of them. It is profound, and I can't wait for you to see this. The next set of videos is the night before the drug raid. This is just absolutely incredible, guys. Check it out. All right, everybody, as many of you know, I was out of commission, sick for 6 years. Before that, I lived in Vilcabamba, Ecuador, had a full-fledged retreat center, held retreats there 2 times a year on our land in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. As many of you who know, because you follow me, I got associated with the wrong people, unfortunately, and I was swindled out of my land, and this obviously upset Angela, and the next 6 years of events was a very major transformational one for me. I would say it's more of it was at a biblical level. It's a biblical story. I went through so much stuff. It was absolutely crazy. I was bedridden. 6 years bedridden, a little bit better, bedridden, a little bit better, for 6 years straight. Just like a mess. I was tortured in the hospital. The surgeon was psychotic and decided, hey, I'm not going to give this guy meds for the fun of it. I was in my hospital bed the day after surgery, and he wouldn't give me pain meds after, like, cutting into my colon. And all night I was just screaming, and he told the nurses not to help me. It was just, I was the crazy one. Imagine getting a knife stuck into your stomach and then for the next 24 hours not being able to have pain meds. Anyway, crazy amounts of spiritual, physical transformation went down. The 7 years before that, being associated with these people was a spiritual craziness in itself. It was almost like being electrocuted spiritually on the highest level that you could possibly imagine for 7 years straight before these last 6 years. So over the last 6 years, I was bedridden, trying to find my way. And, you know, people would always ask, are you going to try to get your land back? Are you going to sue? And, you know, Angela was wanting it back too. And I'm like, I believe in Jesus and God, and I was like, I don't need it. I have been gifted my life back. I lost everything right before I got sick. I now have a successful business to where I can feed my family, live in Vilcabamba. Like, I'm doing really well. I didn't need the land. And I was just like, you know, if you know the story of Job, he went through something more extreme than I ever did. And he was given back everything double. And over the recent year, he put me back on my video platform like this. He gave me my business back and is doing well. Not as good as the old days, but it's doing really well. And I don't think it's gonna stop. And I believe that due to the stories that I've been told in the past, that this might succeed like we used to succeed. Anyhow, so I always told everybody, I told Angela all the time, I'm like, we're so blessed to have everything we have. We don't need the land. But I have a feeling that if God wants to give us the land back, it will just happen organically and easy. I'm not going to sue. This is just not something I want to do. And so here we are in the 10th year since, the 9th year since we lost that land. And after 10 years, you can no longer sue or do anything like that. So here I was, just like, you know, indifferent. It wasn't anything, unless it fell in my lap as a gift from God some way or another, which I totally thought would probably happen because I know him on some level. Then I would, okay. So it got so crazy. The people that I was associated with, they ended up being major drug lords. They took the land, was growing marijuana there. They were heavily involved with the Albanian mafia. It was just, you cannot be associated with more dangerous people than I got myself associated with. I didn't know this at the time. So miraculously, in the 9.5 years, the 9.5 year before the deadline ended to where something could happen, they got caught. And one went to jail. Another one kind of fled. And then the other one is majorly injured. Just like, this is not something that would normally happen. God makes everything happen, you know? And this is the only possibility of a way that this could have all happened, right? He took them out of the picture, and here we are. And then some connection came in and got, and organically, I didn't even try. The best lawyer in the entire region of Ecuador, well known, came to me and was like, let's do this. And this is it. Like, I've talked to other lawyers and I just, I wasn't going to do it. And this just fell in my lap. It was like a gift from God. And so this is the only reason I would have done something like this, if it would have fallen in my lap. So now, here we are. This morning, the lawyer had me go to the land. We thought that they were all gone because they were fleeing. One went to jail and the other one fled. But the other one happened to still be on the land today, and we were putting the demand in soon, the lawsuit, and we thought it was just vacant. But we went there today, and I took videos, which I'll probably share some of that footage with you guys, and we found crates of marijuana, some cocaine, not a lot of cocaine, but just crazy amounts of marijuana, greenhouses, growing equipment, just like all sorts of things. And we didn't realize he was there. And if he wouldn't have been there, we were talking about taking possession of the land, and it would have just been time until we would have gotten the place back. It was almost like, if all of this didn't transpire, I wouldn't have been able to get the land back. So here we are now. Things happen differently here in Vilcabamba, Ecuador, or in Ecuador versus the United States. And so now, the footage that I took, I didn't mean to do it, just God makes me do these things. The footage that I took has all the proof of the drugs, and it went to the main city of Ecuador, to the police. And tomorrow morning, they're going to do a drug bust and most likely arrest everybody. And they want me to come along. They're going to put me in a bulletproof vest, one of those masks so nobody knows who I am, total green camouflage outfit. They want me to show them the way where everything is. And this is my documentation. And when we went today, this morning, we saw the whole land, and this guy could barely walk. And because of what God had done to him for what he did to me. And after we looked at the entire land, I got everything on video. Like, we saw all the houses, but we hadn't gone to the last section where he was. We finally discovered he was there. And then he came, we were going on the way out, and they were just gonna survey the place with the drones on that side of the house, side of the land. And I was brought outside to the other end, total opposite end of the land, which is pretty far. And I was sitting on the wall there, just waiting. And then we heard that this guy was there, and the lawyer is like, do you want to go see him? I'm like, it's up to you. Is it going to benefit us? Do you think I need to? It's like, I don't go by I'm scared or anything like that. I go by is this going to benefit our case or not benefit our case? And he's like, okay, you stay. So I just sat there, and then the lawyer came back and said, this guy was coming back limping, he used all his strength to get over there, just to face me. And then God, I guess, just wanted me to go head to head with him. And now we're doing a drug bust tomorrow and arresting him. And I'm running the thing. It's almost like he used me. The story doesn't get better than this. He's using me, first off, to face him head to head. And this guy worships the devil. It's the most evil of evil. The spiritual power that he has because of the devil is insane. And I had to deal with that spiritual electricity for 7 years. And when I told him I was suing him in the past, I was electrocuted like a voodoo pin. It was just torture. And I was I just don't want any part of this. And I just said no. So now here, God has brought me straight to him face to face, just due to my faith and patience of 10 years. And here we are. I looked at him face to face, and he said a few things, and I'm I don't have anything to say. And tomorrow I'm going in with a bulletproof vest, camouflage, a mask, with a whole entire, from the main city of Ecuador, a whole entire slew of like soldiers wearing bulletproof vests, and we're about to do a drug raid together. In the States, they wouldn't take a civilian and do a drug raid, but here, it's just different. And I'm going in. Like, again, when you have 100% faith, there's no fear. It's all about God. There's like people are scared to like, oh, is Ecuador safe? I'm hearing that all the time. I'm like, that doesn't even come into my realm. So here we are, my preliminary video, and I'm going to be heading this operation, drug bust operation, in a bulletproof vest, camouflage outfit, and mask. And I'm gonna take you with me. This is just nutso. Oh God. Oh my God. So tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. we're gonna go do a drug bust together, and I'm gonna film the situation if they let me. And we'll see what happens. And there's a chance that I might be taking my land back in 14 days if all goes as planned. So, ladies and gentlemen, in my newsletter, I had said this. I told about this story. It's a biblical story, and I wasn't kidding. Like, this is just the final ending. Like, all the other stuff is just profound with like how I've come around. I'm healthy again, and I survived all that madness. The amount of strength I was gifted, like physical and spiritual. It's just, I'm blessed. I had to go through it. I'll tell you that much. So, stay tuned. The story is coming to its final conclusion. Guys, that's where the hacienda is, where I was this morning. And the light just comes through all the way to over here. If you don't believe in God, now's the time to start. Oh my gosh. Now out of nowhere, there's a rainbow. You guys, it doesn't get more clear than this. I'm going in tomorrow with a SWAT team force to do a drug bust. It does not, and that's where we're going. This is like the moment I've been waiting for 10 years. Right now, right here. The day I believed, the day I started believing Jesus, a rainbow appeared just like this. Exactly. Miraculously. And if you guys notice, it's a double rainbow. You guys, this rainbow is so freaking bright. It's like neon. This is a God-given miracle. Thank you. That's where we're going tomorrow. I just can't stop. Shining the light on us over here to this rainbow. You know he gives messages in the form of rainbows. Remember the rain, the ark, flooding. It was his promise that he would never do it again. This is more proof than you'll ever need. As you guys know, I don't preach this type of stuff, but this is something I just can't help. Now's the time to believe. And that's where I'm going tomorrow. The heavens have opened up. Lord Jesus Christ, in heaven, thank you so much for your justice, for your mercy, for your love, for your comedy. All right, it's time for my dinner. I was documenting, and Jesus decided to do this for you guys, so I'm going inside to eat, prepare for myself, preparing for tomorrow in this drug bust that I'm heading with a SWAT team from Quito, Ecuador. I didn't care about getting the line back. It just fell in my lap, and that was the only way I was going to do if it was a God-given gift. And I knew, on some level, I felt that it may happen. And here we are. It's the next morning. I just woke up, just got about 4 or 5 hours sleep. We're leaving like at 5:30, so it's just crazy. They're bringing the police helicopter airplane type thing, police airplane, with all the SWAT members, all the police, and I'm about to head this drug operation. This is going to be absolutely insane. I have about 45 minutes till I have to leave. So it's like 4 something in the morning. So I gotta get out, drink my water, do the important things on the computer, and then we're off, and I'll take you with me. All right, everybody, I'm at the pickup location here. I'm wearing all black, as you can see, as requested. And now I just wait further instruction before we do a drug raid. Okay, I just got word. Supposedly, 100 police arrived from Quito here to Vilcabamba, Ecuador, to do this drug raid with me. And they're about 10 minutes away. So stay tuned. It doesn't get better than this. The sun is now rising, and the SWAT team is going to be here any minute now. It's so crazy here in Vilcabamba. Listen to all the animals. All right. They're here. Thank you.
Sí, por la vía.
These are all the police.
Casa de piscina, ¿no?
They found the drugs. Those are all drugs. All right, they're going in the final house here with all the drugs. You guys, I'm out of breath. Just been like in the front of it all, being pushed forward, running up to houses, arrested the main guy, and we've just been getting all the drugs from all the different houses, just crates and crates and crates of them. I'm finally just getting a second here to film for a second, but we're about to go at it again. I'll see you in a moment. There's like 40 cars, 100 police, more than that even. It's absolute chaos right now. These are the grow houses that they've created on our land. Crazy amounts. There's Angelo's yurt, the teepee. There are 40 people in this bus, 40 police officers. And there's like all these cars inside. All right, guys. Okay, so you can see all the cop cars. There's 100 policemen on our land right now. That was the craziest, scariest thing I've ever done in my life. This has been going on since I left Vilcabamba many years ago. These people are so dangerous that everyone was scared to get involved and rat them out. The day of this raid, it made national news on TV, and I was actually there filming it as they were filming the national news. So in this next clip that you're about to see, you're gonna see my clip of the guy talking, and then I got a clip of the actual news broadcast that was on, and it goes directly into there. So you hear the same thing from my telephone, then from the national news on the land. Check this out.
Del Ecuador, en compañía con la Fiscalía General del Estado, se encuentra realizando el inventario de toda la sierra. Hoy día, martes 15 de julio de 2025, la Policía Nacional del Ecuador, a través de la subzona Loja y en cumplimiento a una disposición de autoridad competente, realizó un...
We found 305 kilos of marijuana. Check out the rest of this news clip.
Allanamiento en el sector de El Chaupi, circuito Vilcabamba, Hacienda San Joaquín, en donde se encontró gran cantidad de una sustancia verdosa, aparentemente marihuana, piezas de armas de fuego de alto calibre. De igual manera, se encontró invernaderos utilizados para la producción de marihuana, secaderos, prensas y demás artefactos para el cometimiento de este ilícito.
I just did what he told me to do for the whole world to see. It's time to believe in Jesus Christ.